Welcome back, guys. For the last few weeks I've been struggling with motivation, and even though I love training and all the benefits it brings, it's one of those funny things in that we need some amount of it to get going, but it doesn't stick around forever. And we all go through times of high motivation, feeling like nothing can stop us, or on the flip side, no motivation, where even the most basic things feel like a challenge. So today I wanted to talk about ways you can go about building motivation that will hopefully help create sustainable habits that you can fall back on when motivation is running low. The first thing I wanted to talk about is goal setting. If your goal is vague, for example, if your goal is just to be better, then how do you know when you've succeeded in that? It's much better to have a specific measurable goal, such as learning a particular skill, or performing a new routine, or competing at a certain competition. That way you have a clear definition of success. And it's important to understand a rough timescale for that goal. You can get an idea of how long something will take by looking at what other people have done in the past. But it is important to remember that everybody progresses at a different rate and to set realistic expectations. If you've got an ambitious goal that would take an elite athlete years to do, and you're not an elite athlete, then don't expect to achieve it in a few months. That said, we can often make more progress than we realise as long as we're consistent in what we do. If it is a long-term goal, split it into smaller measurable steps and track your progress along the way. Sometimes progress can be hard to see on a session-by-session basis. For example, one of my goals I recently achieved was to learn the cross on the rings, and I could see when I held it at 60% body weight, 70%, 80% and so on. So despite progress being slow, I could see that I was in fact still making progress, and that was reassuring to know that I was on the right track. It's also important to track your training, because if you're not making any progress, then you can troubleshoot, figure out what the problem is, and then adapt your plans as necessary. Another important consideration is to have a big enough reason why. Why is it so important that you hit this particular goal or learn this particular skill? For me personally, it's about feeling strong and proving to myself that I can learn to do these incredible things. So when motivation is low, it's useful to remember why you started in the first place and what you'll get out of achieving your goals. And as long as you're taking steps in the right direction, you'll get there eventually. It's not a matter of if, just a matter of when. Hopefully this helps, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, see you next video.